On the night of November 8, 2010, a call placed to the Ontario Police chilled investigators to the bone. You're listening to the voice of a young woman, Jennifer Pan, desperately pleading for her family's life. 3 masked intruders had entered a quiet neighborhood, executed a mother, and left a father for dead. There was only one witness left. The family's golden child, Jennifer, found bound to the staircase railing. At 10:12 p.m., a call flashed on a 911 operator's screen. Jennifer Pan was on the line, drowning in tears. "Please. They broke the door. They're inside. They shot my parents." Jennifer had somehow managed to reach her phone and dial 911.
Where are you, ma'am?
Please just don't help me. I don't know where my parents are.
Ma'am, calm down. What?
Some people broke into our house and just showed all his money.
Okay, ma'am, where are you? What?
Avenue.
Avenue Road.
Yes.
Can you spell the street name for me, please?
Dad? No, you're calling me.
Ma'am. Hello? Hello?
Yes.
Ma'am, I need to know your address. Avenue Road, can you please spell?
In Helen Avenue, my dad just went outside screaming.
Ma'am, can you spell the street address for me, please?
H-E-L-E-N. Someone broke in and I heard shots like pops. I don't know what's happening. I'm tied upstairs.
The world wept for Jennifer that night. But weeks later, when her father, Han Pan, miraculously woke from his coma, he whispered a single 5-word sentence to the police. Those 5 words would transform a tragic story of victimization into the most shocking betrayal in modern history. When officers arrived, they found a nightmare. On the main floor lay the lifeless body of Bikha Pan. She had been shot 3 times. Her husband, Han, was critically wounded, but miraculously still breathing. Upstairs, Jennifer was found tied to the banister, sobbing uncontrollably. At first glance, it looked like a home invasion gone wrong. But investigators noticed something hauntingly strange. The luxury cars, the cash, and the electronics remained untouched. Why did the intruders only take lives? In any home invasion, the first thing investigators look for is the point of entry. Shattered glass, a splintered door frame, a broken lock. But when forensics examined the Pan family's front door, they found absolutely nothing. The door was perfectly intact. The intruders hadn't broken in. They had simply walked in. The front door was unlocked. In a highly security-conscious household like the Pans, this was a massive red flag. When asked about it, Jennifer casually mentioned she had gone downstairs to say goodnight to her mother and must have forgotten to lock it. But experienced detectives don't believe in coincidences. A ruthless home invasion on the exact night the front door is conveniently left unlocked? Police realized they weren't looking for intruders who broke into the house. They were looking for the person who invited them in. To the outside world, Jennifer Pan was the definition of success. A talented pianist, a figure skater, and a graduate of the prestigious University of Toronto's pharmacology program. Her parents, Beck and Hannah immigrants, who built a life from nothing, were incredibly proud. They were living the refugee dream. From her hospital bed, Jennifer gave detailed descriptions of the attackers. She described how they forced her upstairs and tied her up while she listened to the shots echoing from below. The community poured out its heart for her. But Detective Jim Getz had a nagging question. Why would 3 professional hitmen leave the only witness alive? And why was she tied with a knot that was so easily loosened? As police dug into Jennifer's life, they hit a wall of impossible truths. There was no record of Jennifer Pan at the University of Toronto. For 4 years, she had forged every transcript, every report card, and even a diploma. She had never even graduated high school. At the dead center of Jennifer's web of lies, more precious to her than her forged diplomas, was one name, Daniel Wong. In the suffocating, high-pressure household of Han and Bic Pan, Jennifer couldn't breathe. Daniel, a drug-dealing bad boy she met in the high school marching band, was the exact opposite of everything her parents wanted. To Jennifer, he wasn't just a boyfriend. He was her only escape from a prison of expectations. But when her web of lies, the fake report cards, the fabricated university life finally unraveled, all hell broke loose. Her parents essentially placed her under house arrest. They confiscated her devices, forbade her from leaving the house, and delivered the ultimate ultimatum: you are never to see Daniel Wong again. But being locked in her room wasn't what drove Jennifer over the edge. The real breaking point came when Daniel got tired of the drama and started dating another girl named Christine. This is where Jennifer's obsession spiraled into pure, calculated madness. Desperate to win back his attention, she orchestrated a bizarre and chilling plot. She mailed a bullet to herself. She then called Daniel, crying hysterically, claiming, "Your new girlfriend is threatening me. I'm terrified." Just to get him to speak to her, she played the ultimate victim, faking a threat on her own life. When playing the victim didn't bring Daniel back, Jennifer solved the deadly equation in her mind. As long as her parents were alive, she would never be free. Moreover, a $500,000 life insurance payout would be the perfect gift to win Daniel back. And Daniel didn't just support the idea, he actively facilitated it. He provided a burner phone and personally connected Jennifer to hitmen he knew from the local underworld. The price to eliminate her own mother and father, to turn the very home where she played piano into a bloodbath, was a mere $10,000. Jennifer's web of lies was so complex it took years to build. If you're finding this deep dive into the human psyche compelling, hit the like button. It tells the algorithm that high-quality, true crime research matters. Jennifer was trapped. She felt she had only two choices: drown in her lies or eliminate the people who controlled her. But the police still lacked proof until Han Pan opened his eyes. When Detective Bill Getz sat across from Jennifer in that interrogation room, he had a simple yet devastating detail ready to tear her story apart: the infamous 911 call. He didn't raise his voice. He just played the role of a confused investigator trying to understand the logistics. Getz asked her to walk him through it one more time. With your hands bound so tightly behind your back, how exactly did you reach the phone? Jennifer stuck to her script. She claimed she slid her bound hands up her back, managed to fish the cell phone out of her sweatpants blindly, unlocked the screen, dialed 911, and put it on speaker.
You're now bound to the railing. Can you show me, can you stand up and turn around and tell me, just show on the camera, how your hands are bound and how you are against the railing? You don't have to sit down. I just need to see how you were.
Just tell you.
Take it out of a traumatizing event, which it is, and put yourself into a more clinical position, because I want to see how you could physically get your phone out of your waistband. We're obviously going to need to know that. It's very important. Just stand up, focus in on how you did it. So just take your sweater off. Stand up and turn around. Put this in the side that you believe it was in. Great. Turn around so that you're looking away from me. You're looking exactly like, now here is where the banister is. Put your hands back behind your back, exactly how you remember they were. Okay? Now, and are you restrained from movement? How far can you move your hands from the banister?
They tied my upper arm.
Yes?
Around the banister.
Yes?
But my hands were bound together.
So your hands bound together, and this is the arm that's the strings wrapped around against the banister?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now how can you get to the phone? And how do you make the phone call? 911?
Mm-hmm.
And do you talk down like that?
Yes, I'm yelling at the phone like this.
And how can you hear?
I turned the volume on max.
Yes? So that's exactly the way that you're talking to her against the railing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's good enough. Sit down.
But Getz wasn't buying it. For the seasoned detectives, it was a physical impossibility. Think about it. Extracting a smooth smartphone from a tight waistband, unlocking a touchscreen, dialing accurately, and maxing out the volume, all without dropping it, while your hands are securely tied behind you and your parents are being shot downstairs? It didn't make sense, and as Getz gently but relentlessly pressed her on these impossible mechanics, the golden child's perfectly rehearsed narrative finally began to crack. When Hanpan woke up, he whispered a detail that shattered the case.
My daughter, she wasn't tied up. She was walking freely with the killers.
In that moment, the victim's story died. Watch the footage of Jennifer's final interrogation on November 22nd, 2010.
My dad's hurt. How can that be a positive?
Okay, but he's not dead, is he?
No.
Okay. And this thing started out with him supposed to be dead. Okay. Jen, there's just no doubt about that.
As Detective Getz continues to poke holes in her story, pay close attention to Jennifer's body language. She crosses her arms and begins to sway from side to side in her chair. In criminal psychology, this is a classic pacifying or self-soothing behavior. Her brain is under extreme cognitive load, frantically trying to keep her web of lies from untangling. To cope with this overwhelming stress, her body subconsciously tries to comfort itself. If you're a true crime follower, this involuntary movement will look chillingly familiar. It's the exact same nervous side-to-side sway we saw in Chris Watts. Right before his own carefully constructed facade completely collapsed. If you want to dive deeper into the chilling psychology and body language of Chris Watts, I've done a full breakdown on his case. You can click the card in the top right corner to watch it after this video.
Okay? I know it's not easy. And that's what you're worrying about.
The order was from me, but it was for me.
Yeah. No, it was for your parents, Jen. Okay, and that's hard to say. I know that.
The mask didn't just slip, it shattered. Jennifer pivoted to a bizarre new defense. She claimed she had hired the hitmen to kill her, not her parents. But the digital trail told a different story. Messages between Jennifer and Homeboy, a hitman linked through Daniel Wong, revealed a cold $10,000 contract for a double homicide. This wasn't a suicide attempt. It was for an inheritance.
I know that's hard to say. Okay, because that's not... If you could make this decision over, you would change it. Okay? You would change it. Right?
Of course. Because I knew who was going to get hurt. Of course I wouldn't.
Jen, you knew who was going to get hurt. That's the whole issue here. Okay, that's the whole issue here. That's all we're dealing with here. Okay? From the start I've told you that I know you were involved. Okay? And it's beyond asking someone to kill you. Okay? The order was for Mom and Dad. Okay? The only mistake they made is they didn't get your dad. Okay? Yes, they hurt him. Okay? Yes, he's injured. But he's alive, and that's a good thing. And as I told you earlier, this happens to 300 families a year. 300. And it's always because of the same thing, Jen. That people reach the end of their rope. It's the last straw. And they make a mistake. And I agree, once you put those wheels in motion, you know, it's hard to stop it. It's very hard to stop it. You gave them the plan for your parents, right? That's all I need to hear.
No.
Jen, you did.
No, and this is not going to go anywhere because I wanted them to kill me.
Okay, maybe you wanted that to happen as well. Okay? And maybe things got so bad that that's how you feel. Okay? But your parents were brought into this. Okay? On your request. Yes, Jen. This was your request, okay? Does she even care what happened?
Of course I
Okay?
know what happened.
Okay, so you have to prove that now, Jen, because the only way you can prove it, that you really care, is that you admit that you made a mistake.
I did make
Okay?
a mistake,
Okay. We have to get that on the table, though, and it's not about you, okay? It's about them. It's that simple, okay? It's not complicated, okay?
but is that what you want me to say? But that's not
Yes.
how what happened.
Tell me
though.
what happened. I want you to tell me that you made the plan for your parents.
But
Okay,
that's
we're
not-
going to get to the rest of it anyways, okay? We already, I'm in here, okay? There's 20 other investigators on this case. I'm only dealing with the truth as it regards to you, okay? There's a lot more things that you don't even know that I know. That's why you're not going to be able to tell me things, okay, that I don't know already, okay? So I will know when you're telling me the full truth. I already know you made the plan, so I can't just say, okay, yeah, don't worry about it, you made the plan for yourself, when I know that's not true, okay? You got to know that I already have the answers, okay, or we wouldn't be sitting here.
By acquiring a burner phone, an untraceable, throwaway device, Jennifer and Daniel thought they were completely invisible, convinced the police would never track them down. On the night of the murder, that infamous come-in text to the hitmen was sent from this exact anonymous phone. However, Jennifer made a rookie, fatal mistake. She placed that secret device in her purse right next to her primary cell phone, carrying them together for days. When detectives subpoenaed the cell tower records from the service provider, the data revealed something undeniable. The anonymous phone and Jennifer's personal phone were pinging the exact same locations on the map, second by second. In other words, the police had already digitally proven that this ghost phone was sitting right inside Jennifer's pocket the entire time. In December 2014, Jennifer Pan was found guilty of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison. The most heartbreaking detail remains. Her mother, Bika, pleaded with the killers to spare her daughter in her final moments, never knowing that her daughter was the one who sent them. Was Jennifer a monster or a victim of unbearable pressure who broke? The Jennifer Pan case leaves us with a haunting question. Was this the result of a broken mind or a broken environment? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to CrimeLog for more analyzed cases every week. Stay safe.